Hi guys, just wanted to talk today about grief and loss in regards to losing a pet. I've got a good friend that just recently lost a dog that he'd had for 17 years. It's been 6 months ago, and it's still a very painful memory and still a difficult process for him as he's trying to get through, trying to wade through the grief. And I know he's mystified. He's kind of confused that he's experiencing this kind of loss. But grief with pet loss is indeed a real phenomenon. And I just wanted to talk to you today about something that I've run into. It's a guide to help get over the loss of a pet. And this friend's found it invaluable, and this guide was put together by Rob and Jean Brown, and they've called it the ROAR method of dealing with pet loss grief. And ROAR is simply an acronym that means respect your loss and grief, own your reality, affirm yourself, and reclaim your life. And in this guide, she gives 15, I guess 14 myths, common myths that people have today concerning people who grieve over the loss of a pet. And I just wanted to share two or three of them with you. Myth number one: people who experience intense grief over a pet who died or will die are weird. And the truth of the matter is that you're normal and healthy when you feel this way. People who have strong feelings about the loss are capable of intimate attachments and deep emotional bonding. This is something to be proud of, not something to put down. In America, 69 million households have a pet. That's about 1 out of 3 Americans own a pet. It's part of our culture. We grow very close to our pets. For many people, this is an attachment, a companion that is one of the most important in their life. And so it is not weird to grieve over the loss of a pet. Grief comes from loss, and loss can involve a lot of things. People grieve over the loss of money, the loss of dreams, the loss of a job, the loss of a spouse, the loss of a marriage, a lot of things. But so, pets, depending on how important that pet is to your life, you can experience intense grief, and you are not weird. Myth number two: the loss of a pet is insignificant when compared to the loss of human life. To grieve for the loss of a pet devalues the importance of human relationships. Now, the truth is, the loss of a beloved animal companion can be as emotionally significant as the loss of a close human relative. You can love and care about both animals and humans. I hear people say that, it's just an animal. Why do you have to carry on like that? Well, pets. God gave us animals to have for pets, for companionship. He was ingenious when he gave to us the gift of pets. And so, you're not weird, and you're not devaluing human relationships by grieving over the loss of a pet. And then myth three: it's best to replace the lost pet as quickly as possible to ease the pain of loss. The truth of the matter is, an animal companion can never be replaced. Every pet is different, with a unique personality. Naturally, the bonding toward the pet is different. So before getting another pet, people need to be emotionally ready, and give yourself time to grieve properly. Give yourself time to process the loss of a beloved pet. My dad had a dog that lived for 16 years, and I'm telling you, that dog had a great personality, and just a wonderful companion. And when she died, my dad said he buried her in a special place on their property. And he said it was raining, and he said he just stood there with a shovel when he was done and wept. And you know, I could commiserate with that. That's a proper response to a companion of 16 years. So if you've experienced that kind of grief, I want to introduce you to Robin Jean Brown and the Roar method of coping with the grief of pet loss. You're not weird. You do need some help. There are in this very inexpensive course some activities, some processes that you'll go through. It's just not a read. It's a walkthrough, and there's things to do, assignments that will help you properly grieve for the loss of your pet. And if you're watching this video, it's probably because you've recently experienced the loss of a pet, or you know someone who's grieving over the loss of a pet. And I just make this hearty recommendation. I'm going to include a link to more information down in the description box. Hey, thanks for watching.